I feel like a fraud, and it happens all the time. Imposter syndrome is something that will keep on happening, especially in random moments of your darn life. And I don't think I can really get over it or get rid of it. I don't know. Sometimes I try to feel and tell myself that, oh, you're the best in the world. You're so good at what you do. Everything is working perfectly for you, and you are so amazing. But my brain fights. It fights it so fucking much. Why, I might ask. I don't know. Every day is an opportunity for me to keep trying. Consistency is one of the hardest things that could ever exist to mankind. It is. When I was younger in school, we would have things like career day. People would come to talk to us about, you know, their industries and all of that. Someone would get up and ask a question and say, how were you able to build success? How were you able to be successful? And the person goes, da 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 da, consistency. The heck? Tell me something else. That was literally my reaction every single time I heard that word. I never really got to a position where I needed to practice consistency until now. Being a content creator, being a YouTuber, being a TikToker, being whatsoever I am, being on social media. And now I practice it and I'm like, this is the hardest thing ever known to man. There will be times when everything is going to get so freaking boring. But instead, that is the time that you have to keep going. People who are persistent, that's where they win. Imposter syndrome will shake the heck out of me every single time I make a content, even when that video was so beautiful. But just because the video probably did not have a lot of views or a lot of numbers, I'll feel like, oh my gosh, this video was yuck. But the moment a video gets a high particular amount of numbers, I'm like, oh, this video was so good. I watched the video over and over again. I'm sharing this because I'm human. A lot of people come on the internet to tell you how to get rid of imposter syndrome, how to get rid of, how to be more confident, how to be more this. But I really want some more space, some more room to share the moments where we don't feel as confident or, whatever. And this is not going to be the usual because I'm a very positive inclined person. I genuinely do not like when people come in with negative energy around me because I feel like it dampens me a lot and I cannot tolerate that. But what happens when imposter syndrome comes into your vibe or into your space and you are not willing to chase it out? I sit with it and I question it. Why the freaking heck do you think that I am not worthy or I am not good enough or I'm not as good as this other person? Is it because I don't have as much numbers as they do? Numbers do not validate you. The numbers, we're so used to numbers nowadays that everyone is chasing numbers. We are no longer chasing the quality of art or the quality of the things that we genuinely produce. We're chasing that people will validate it by the numbers, by the comments, by the likes, by the saves, by the shares. And if we do not receive any of that, we feel like everything we are putting out there is trash. This is a mindset that I do not want to have. I want to be able to put out content without thinking, is this gonna blow up? Obviously, I'm still gonna try to make sure that I do everything I need to do to make sure that it gets to the right people because I also want people to see it. I want people to see the thing that I have created because I created it for them and I also created it for myself. But there is still a process to this thing. And if you haven't gotten there yet, you haven't blown up yet, you haven't made it mega yet, it doesn't mean it's not gonna happen for you. The heck, it's gonna happen for me. It just hasn't happened yet, and that's okay. But does that mean it won't happen? Of course not. My brain needs to stop interpreting that as I am a failure because I am not. I am building momentum. That's the word. I am building freaking momentum because I know someday something is gonna pop up. And now, if I pop up too early, I might not like that. I've seen people that have gone viral early and then they say, oh, it was a mistake. It was something they probably wish that they didn't have. And I'm like, listening to their stories made me realize that going viral is not the chase, it's not the goal at all. I remember when I started my content creation journey, I really just wanted subscribers. Obviously, who doesn't want that? I wanted subscribers. I wanted people to just view and like and love and laugh. And I went on with that for like about a month, especially on TikTok actually. And then I see this particular video online of someone who was doing so good with her content, and I got so freaking pissed. And I'm like, I'm not doing this anymore. I am creating content now that inspires, that would grow and will help people and just make them feel great about themselves, or they get to learn something from here. And I'm like, that's what my content is going to be about from now. I did not really understand what that meant, but I started. And I said, you know what? Since I'm taking a gap year, I'm just going to use my gap year to do really cool stuff, document my life, see how it goes. And even in that moment of just taking a freaking gap year, even with people telling me how my video looks amazing, they like it, they love it, a part of me still feels like, am I really doing something amazing? Bro, people just told you that they like your darn content. Why are you still fighting with that thought in your brain? I don't know. Someone tell me. I don't know what kind of video this is, to be honest. I just hit the camera. I just hit record and just started talking. And I think maybe that's just what I'll be doing right now. Because a lot of times I want to talk to myself and I want to be as real as possible. People will not validate me right now. The people that know me will not validate me right now because they don't know what the heck I'm doing. They don't. They don't know what it means to be a social media person or want to make it on YouTube or want to make it on TikTok or that. They have no freaking idea. And it's not their fault. It's not. I won't blame them for that. But some strangers, they like my stuff. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah. Again, I don't know what the heck this video is, but I felt a little bit of imposter syndrome, and I just hit the camera and I'm like, you know what? I think I want to talk about it because I think it's something that chases every creator, whether big or small. Will I let that get to me? Of course not. I'm way beyond that. I am. I have wired my brain to a certain point to make sure that I have a system that makes sure that I'm consistent. Because a bunch of rich people have said that consistency was one of the things that made them where they are. So why shouldn't I be freaking consistent? In order for me to be consistent, especially on this particular app, YouTube, I decided that I'm just gonna be like this, chill, open-minded. I'm gonna talk about whatever the heck I want to talk about. Maybe not make it too fancy because I do not want to do any crazy editing anymore. It makes me feel overwhelmed. It makes me feel tired. It makes me resent doing work for this app. And I don't want that. I love this app. I love YouTube. I love YouTube a lot. And in order for me to keep loving this app, I have to do the things that are good for my brain. The mind of a struggling creative. I don't even know what to title this video. And it might not make sense for you to hit record before thinking about the video or the idea or the title and the thumbnail and everything you want to make. Everything is so extremely excruciatingly processed right now. Everybody's attention span is so low. I have to do all the to get your freaking attention. Why? If you see a title on the screen and you genuinely think this is gonna help you to improve your thoughts, your personality, whatsoever, then why not just sit through and watch it? They'll say, "Oh, I don't have time for that." Yeah, you do, because you have time to scroll over 100 other videos that probably do not even say anything reasonable. I love life. How did I get here? Life is good. You know what? I think I'm just gonna be hitting record. I'll just come chat with you. You get to hear what's in my mind. Maybe after I'm done editing this video, I can come up with a title or an idea whatsoever. I don't know. It's been 86, 85, 86-ish days of taking this gap year that I have been taking. And it has been so chaotic. I'm not gonna lie. But am I loving it? I am. So I feel like I have things figured out. I don't. Am I figuring it out though? Yes, I am. And that is what is important. Yeah. Maybe this will be the type of content I'll be making from henceforth. Other days I might be happier than this. I'm happy. I've been happy all day, like, but this is just a thought that came to my mind and I wanted to make it. I think I'm gonna create some really cool thumbnail for this so that at least people would see it and probably click. Bruh, I don't know. But anyways, I love you and I hope you're subscribed. My name is Claire and I'll see you in another video. Don't let imposter syndrome get to you. You're just overthinking. You're doing amazing well. You're doing amazingly well and you're learning on the job because that's what you're meant to do.